Sahajam karma kaunteya sadoshamapi natyajet sarvarambha hi doshena Bhumenagnivavrita Asakta buddhi sarvatra Chitatma vigata spriha Naishkarmya siddhim paramam Sanyasena digacchati Siddhim prapto yatha brahma Tathapnoti nibodhame Samasenaiva kaunteya Nishtha jnanasya ya para Buddhya vishuddhaya yuktaha Trityatmanam niyamya cha Shabdadin vishayan styaktva Ragadvesha vyudasya cha So, there is no way of becoming more and more competent to understand the truth. There is no way of inner growth except doing duties as prayer. It's not just duties, it's not just prayers. Duty by as action doesn't help much. Prayer to the exclusion of duty also doesn't help much. But duties done as prayers can do the magic of fulfilling. The individual can help the individual grow. The person who does his duties as a prayer to Bhagavan will have the last laugh. Will have the last laugh. Why? Because others may laugh at him. Look at this gullible man, he is doing his duties prayerfully, even though he doesn't have to. But the blessings ultimately come to him. And therefore the only way by which man can grow in the direction of understanding the truth, in the direction of understanding the truth is only doing duties prayerfully. There is no other way. Not duties by themselves, not prayers sitting in the temple. If I ignore duties and sit in the temple and pray, I may become quiet. I may enjoy tranquility of my mind, but I will never become matured. Understand? I cannot really become more and more responsible. There is something nice about doing duties prayerfully. Because in doing duties prayerfully, you are going through the rigor of life. You are going through the rigor. Rigor means, you are facing the difficulties. Facing the difficulties will increase your stamina. Facing the difficulties will increase your mental stamina. Facing the difficulties will increase your intellectual, spiritual stamina. And that stamina you can use for understanding yourself. In fact, you lose stamina if you sit quiet and all the time pray to God. A prayer that doesn't teach you how to face difficulties is of no use. This is Krishna's teaching. Prayer must teach you how to face difficulty. And the difficulties surface only in the context of doing duties. Because it's very difficult to do one's duties correctly. You have to go through many difficulties. You have to go through many difficulties. Itna aasan nahi. If you have to do your duties to your parents, sometimes they are so angry with you. While serving food to them, they are not satisfied. If you put plate in one way, they say, why did you put that way? If you put a katori cup, why did you bring a katori? Why all that? If you don't bring, why did you not bring? If you bring, why did you bring? समझ में आ रहे हैं ना? Do you think that it is so easy to satisfy the elderly? Because age gives them the sanction to danto. है ना? Age gives them the sanction to danto. Yes. But still you have to do duties. And in the process what happens? You grow strong. You grow as an individual, you become more responsible. You accommodate the difficulties. Your sahana shakti grows. Your patience grows. Everything grows. Therefore, supposing you don't do your duty, पूजा रूम में बैठ के जप करते रहेंगे भगवान ओम नमः शिवाय ओम नमः शिवाय ओम नमः शिवाय. Does it give you stamina? No. It doesn't give you stamina. It is only when you face difficulties it gives you stamina. You can grow amid difficulties. You can grow in the face of difficulties. You can grow in the face of duties heavily demanded on you. Yes. This is over, Ji. I wanted to repeat it. Please, don't look upon prayer as something different from your duty. Don't give up your duty and go to for singing bhajans. You can also do it provided you have done your duty. Don't neglect your household duties. Don't neglect your household duties. Life can get into all kinds of problems if you neglect. The very shelter in which you are relaxing. Therefore, enjoy doing your duties, and if it is difficult, face it. Sweat out. It's good for your health. I will bring in one point here. A river is flowing towards the river, towards the ocean. It flows, that is its duty. To flow is the duty of a river. And if it continues its duty, and if the river continues its duty, it will merge in the ocean. It will reach the ocean. Flowing just as is the duty on the part of a river, doing duties is our movement towards the truth. A flowing river and a person who is doing his duties are one and the same. Did I convey it? कोई गड़बड़ नहीं हुआ? Yes. If you are on doing your duty, you will move towards the truth. But then, Swamiji, difficulty is that the duties strain us. That's why I say, do it as a prayer to God. Do it as a prayer. You see, it's not just, please, it's not that it's nice to listen and then go back and again forget it. No, just try one day. Do your action as Ishwar, as a duty, as a prayer to. And then in your heart you remember Bhagavan and then say, God, this is my prayer to you. Say that. When you say that, it will give you a lot of satisfaction. Plus, a lot of things. You will not feel the strain of it. When you do your duty as a prayer, then you will not feel the strain of it. Is it not nice? After doing all your duty, you don't feel tired. That's great. Next point we will take up. Shreyan Swadharmo Vigunaha. Please don't ask people what is my duty. Everybody knows his duty. Don't go about asking people, what's my duty? Then they will say your duty is to go to Ramana Kendra and study Vedanta. Or somebody will say your duty is not to go there any time and stay home and serve your Patidev and your children, etc. Hey, you have got enough common sense to find your duty. Don't doubt your common sense. Your common sense is much better than the common sense of people around. Are you able to follow? Don't think, others are much more important. Your duty, Ji. What is a duty? Who gives you the duty? The situation in which you are. Not your caste, not your creed, not your nationality, not your gender. The situation in which you are gives you a duty. Desha, Kala, Avastha. At a given time, at a given place, in a given situation, you have a given duty. Did you follow what I said? At a given time, in a given situation, At a given time, at a given place, in a given situation, you have a given duty. For example, you go to your friend's place, you are at a new place, it's a new place, new time and a new situation. See what is your duty. Not to disturb others. Yes. As a guest, don't disturb others. Don't wait until they say, Atiti kab jaoge. समझ गए ना? Therefore, what is a duty? A duty is something that is to be discovered from situation to situation. A duty is something to be discovered from time to time. A duty is something to be discovered from place to place. It is not really from situation to situation. It's not a static thing. Duty is not mandated when you are a child and they remain the same throughout life. Rama's duty was at one time to listen to his parents, listen to his father, and afterwards he went to the forest and there his duties changed. Every step you have to discover your duty. This static definition of duty is a problem. I'm telling you, it doesn't work. At every step I have to do. If I am a householder, I have duties towards my parents, my husband, my children, my wife, my friends, my business. I have to do whatever is to be done. Duties are governed by Desha Kala Avastha, not any Jati Varna. Understand? Duties are not governed by Jati and Varna. Even if a person is a Brahmana or a Kshatriya, he has to discover his duty as per the Desha Kala Avastha. Alright, Swami, what do you want to say? Here Bhagavan says, I don't want to say anything. Bhagavan wants to say here, Shreyan Swadharma, doing your own duty. Viguna, even if it is difficult. That Viguna should be, even though literally translated, Viguna means, even though it is inferior. Even though it is less lucrative, even though it is not to your liking, even though it doesn't go with your likes and dislikes. When something goes with your likes and dislikes, then it is Suguna. If it doesn't go with your likes and dislikes, then it is Viguna. But your duties are something that need to be done, whether you like them or not. That's why here Bhagavan says, do your duties, Shreyan Swadharma Vigunaha, even if it doesn't conform to your likes and dislikes. Paradharmat. Paradharma means don't translate it as somebody else's duty other than your duty. Thus, doing any action which is not your duty. Svanushtitatu, even if you like it. You have more greater competence for something which is not your duty. You have greater competence for something, which which is not in which is in keeping with your likes and dislikes. Bhagavan says, even if you don't like your own duty, it is better to do that duty. Why? Why I am perspiring? I'm having running temperature. For some time will do. नहीं, इसको बंद कर लीजिए, इसको मे बी ओके। परधर्मात् स्वानुष्ठितात्, हाँ ठीक है जी, हाँ यू कैन पुट इट ऑन। ठीक है जी। सो supposing I do my duties only when I like them, I keep growing in my likes and dislikes. And growth is growing against one's likes and dislikes. Growing out of likes and dislikes is called growing. If I grow into likes and dislikes, then I will be only becoming more and more subjective. I will be only a liker and disliker, not a reflective person. Therefore, this is a simple definition, Ji. What is growth, growing? What is it that comes in the way of understanding one's own nature? And he says, here Bhagavan says, what comes in the way of understanding one's nature is one's individual tastes for things, individual likes and dislikes for things. Shreyan swadharmo vigunaha paradharmat swanushtita. Do your duty. As you go on doing your duty, even if you don't like, you will grow. Swamiji, if it is not lucrative, so what? Ultimately, what matters is your individual growth. What matters is individual growth. And when the individual growth takes place, you will discover that all that is necessary is within. The ocean doesn't have to reach the ocean. The ocean has to become matured enough to discover that it is the ocean. Supposing the ocean has many likes and dislikes, and the ocean, if it really develops more and more likes and dislikes, it will only miss itself, the ocean. And every living individual is like the ocean. And he misses himself, the ocean, because he has his likes and dislikes. I will talk about this particular topic very elaborately in the next class. I am having temperature. So I will go today. I managed somehow or other the first class. I managed the second class. Thoda bahut. I went to give some report, to give some sample, etc. But we'll please we'll continue the topic next class. Okay? And very, very sorry you all came and you could not hear anything.